The goal of this video is to show you how to use our graphical analysis app to collect data with the oxygen and carbon dioxide sensors. So these are the gas sensors that you're going to be using. So you can tell them apart because this one is going to say oxygen gas and it looks shorter. So it's significantly shorter. And this one is going to say carbon dioxide gas and it's going to be significantly longer. You do want to keep them upright, and they're pretty expensive sensors, so we have to be really careful that when you're not using them, they're in their charging station and they're not like laying on a table. So when you're ready to go, the easiest thing to do is actually going to be to use a USB cord and hook them up to your Chromebook. And so the USB cord is going to go right in the top here. And then once the USB cord is in, you're going to use this container. You're going to put whatever you're using or whatever you're testing in the container, get it all ready to go. And then you're going to put this on and it makes a nice tight seal. And then you're going to load your graphical analysis app. And I'm going to show you what you're going to look for next on the graphical analysis app. All right, so I am in the graphical analysis app and I have my oxygen sensor plugged into my Chromebook just using a USB cord. And so I just want to check a couple of things. So you can see down here on the x-axis is your time, and over here on the y-axis we have the percent of oxygen gas. So if I click over here, I can see it's in percent, which is basically where we're going to be keeping it. So there's some other units that are an option, but I think percentage is what's going to make the most sense for us. So the other thing I want to look at is over here on this side, this mode time-based. So when I click on this, you're going to see that it defaults to taking time in seconds, which is fine. It's going to be a manual start, which is what we want, but it defaults to ending collection after 300 seconds, which is 5 minutes, which may or may not be enough time. So in general, you always want to switch to manual so you have control over when you're going to stop collecting data. So I'm going to go ahead and say done. And then when I am ready, I can say collect. So I'm going to say collect, and I'm going to see 16% oxygen. It's just in the room, and in general, our air is made of 16% oxygen, so we're doing okay in our classroom. If I wanted to zoom in at all, I can click on this button and I can zoom in and see fluctuations. When I am ready to be done, so I finished collecting data, I'm going to go ahead and say stop. And then it's going to be really important that you get this data into your slide deck so that you have it to reference. So to do that, you're going to click Untitled. You're going to click Export. When you click Export, you'll see your graph come up, and you're going to say Save PNG, and then you're going to copy it to your clipboard, and then you can paste it in wherever you need it to be. Just a really quick note, if you accidentally stop collecting and you start collecting it again, it's gonna start over. And so keep that in mind, is once you press stop, you cannot go back and press start again. The carbon dioxide sensor works the exact same way. And we also have a dissolved oxygen sensor. So dissolved oxygen would be oxygen in water, and that also works in the exact same way.